La-di-da. La-di-da-di, la-di-da-di, la-wa-wa-wa-boop. Eh, boop, 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 boop. Boop, 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 boop. All right, let's rock and roll, sunshine. Greetings and welcome. I'm Psychic Medium Roberto, and I truly hope you're doing well. I will have to be guided by spirit in this reading. We are going to do an exploratory reading into the lunar eclipse. Now, the way I've got it is, so March 13 and March 14. I'm not going to be necessarily time specific on this, and the reason why I say that is because the astrologers can give you that information. But I am going to be looking at the sequence of events through numbers. And I'll just do a quick plug for our lovely Val Evans. This is not, I'm not getting paid for the shit. It doesn't say paid promotion. She did a reading for me last year, May, till May. Now, yes, we still got about 2 months to go. Wow. Talk about accuracy. And well presented, beautiful, beautiful readings. And wow, spot on, as I can say. All right, so what I've done now, just for context, we got March 13 here and March 14 in blue, beg your pardon. Now, in a 72-hour scan, we would normally do a day before, day after. So if we look at it at March 13, the day before is March 12, and March 14 is the day after. Likewise, March 13 also now becomes the -1 for March 14, and March 15 becomes the +1. Does that make sense? On the surface, we have a number of issues, particularly the last day in this particular sequence. I mean, of course, we can continue in terms of energy flow and so on, but just strictly in, this is shop window, it's not 369 now. In the real March 15, something has gone down here. Also, we note a portal sequence, 18-9, stack of 9s. I don't want to be a, let's say, trumpet blower, noise maker, run to the hills and shout, Peter the Wolf, you know, that kind of thing. But let's look at it this way. At the end of a beautiful festival of light, moon, I'm very moon sensitive myself. You're enjoying the festivities over, let's say it's over 4 days. And at the end of it, there's just this I almost want to say let's just say for now, I'm going to use the word treachery. Unfortunately, it does involve humans, 15-6. You see the 15-6 at the start of March 15. So there's a human in trouble here. Now, of course, we got to look from the perspective of, we'll do a general, and then I was watching Val's show the other day, and there was talk of big weather. So I'll have a look at that. But while I was doing the research or prepping the blocks here, I may have picked up something. All right, so let's just have a look here. So this will be, generally we can say March 15, there's definitely something going on here. In the positive, if you really want to look at it in a positive situation, we say, okay, Elon Musk's booster or rocket that went up the other day. By the way, I'm recording this March 7. Let's say March 15 says Elon Musk's rocket does not explode again from an engineering point of view, because 89, 8 engineering, 9 perfection. Engineering perfection. Do you see that? It's like if you're a Formula One fan, McLaren ended on 666, and everyone's like, oh my God, we've got to go to Rome and we've got to bless the tires and bless the equipment parts because we must be evil. If you add the sixes up, you get an 89, which speaks about engineering excellence. And that is why they are constructors champions of 2024. There's some useful engineering information. However, if we switch optics to blood-curdling horror stories, we may find treachery lurking in the chest here. That wooden chest with all the secrets. But let's hope for the best. My concern is at the end of the party, so what I was getting to, the whole festival goes on, but at the end of it, I mean, was it worth going to the festival? Do you know what I mean? For example, I've just been reminded of the ghastly, this may be triggering, New Orleans situation. On the very early hours, morning of the 1st of January of this year, one could say the catalyst or the event that would spark numerous events after that. I'm going to give an early bird warning in the episode. Let me mark it there for you so you can see there's been a change. We're going to get back to the solar eclipse. I also needed to sink in a bit. The quick alert, March 7, March 8, March 9, there's a problem here. Now, hopefully one can say it may be harmless. And I know this is now the 7th, March the 7th, so we are here. My concern here is we have a 999 out of sequence on March the 9th. So that would be Sunday. And when we see this, we can ask, okay, so what causes this imbalance? What caused this imbalance? So we go back. Okay, so we got a bit of a heat signature here, 20 outcome 2. There's been some kind of outburst. And then when we go to March 7 now, in one aspect, let's just see. In one aspect, it reflects the actual rocket exploding. When was that event? So in South Africa, it would have been March 6, early morning, more or less. Either way, we would have to use March 5 and 6. And we see in March 6, we got a 9, portal sequence 9. We already see although it's a portal sequence, I've noticed recently it plays a significant part, and that we shouldn't forget that there's a 9 plus 9 conflict here. So whatever happened to his vessel, there was a major conflict with it. Now, what was the conflict? If we look at it from a general point of view. 1, 2, 3. So in the +3 of when the rocket goes down, in the zone, we see a 999 out of sequence here. This 21.3 at the moment for me is curious. One could say, what was trapped in the storage facilities, or whatever you call it, the fuselage? What was stored in there that was held against their will? Gagged, mouth gagged. Nice way of disposing things, right? Didn't this come up in when we spoke about SpaceX? Okay, so that's the +3. Or the +6. Look here, ladies and gentlemen. The +6. There's the conflict, you see there? We had a +9 conflict in the shop window. All to see, magnificent starburst. Oh, don't worry, he can make 10 more of those. But what was he delivering? So here we see a community versus community conflict. In other words, someone's not happy with someone. So one group is not happy with another group, to that effect. Or one could say, not so much group, I wouldn't say group, community. Oh, so there's conflicts with communities. Okay. So there's a 15.6. So the 15.6 has popped up here. You'll recall the 15.6 at this. So that would actually serve as the +9, eh? Okay, we got problems here. So 15.6 is the issue. Oh, I know. Okay, close your ears, gentle people. I'm gonna say it's a bit of green monster stuff, so be ready. Are they getting rid of are they getting rid of the real humans? For example, let's say Miss or Mr. whatever, who is out there. We see them maybe every day on your tellies. Get rid of the real one, and we bring in the others that will look and seem familiar 24/6. I'll give you the alternative version as well. But meanwhile, now we have the forgery 15.6. This 15.6, as we mentioned in the March 15, in the real, is the start of this situation. Here's the 15.6 here. Now, if that were true, then we can imagine if we look at March 14 now we're in the moon. Look. Oh, look what we have here, ladies and gentlemen. It's a song and a dance. On March 13, the Vampiris get the first glimpse of the moon. March 14, 17/8, alien lizard motherfuckers. Just be careful. They seem familiar, 24/6. They are forgeries, 17/8 motherfuckers. Yeah, they are. Who were in the payload? I definitely see someone there. Definitely see someone there. I'm not going to say names because I'm not going to create misinformation. If I get a name or something, I'll say it. I do have a fucking hell. I got an image. I'm seeing it's clear, it keeps coming to me. It appears to be male, dark hair, I would say, gagged with white tape around the face front, and it looks like the whole body is in like what do you call those in a mental asylum? Straitjacket, yeah. Straitjacketed, gagged in something like a tub. Not a tub bath, like a cylindrical tub. Motherfuckers, we got shit here. They mustn't come play here. This is different stories here. Shame, man. So, ladies and gentlemen, I think we've stumbled on. We'll try to find rationale as to what the fuck. But for now, look here, March 13, we've been looking at vampiris through time with the historical ancient portals. Yeah, they all are here. 16/7, Vampiri Party. Vampiri Party. March 14, other side of the moon, or other side of the day or night, however you want to look at it. Come get some sun, you lizard motherfuckers. Come check here. Hey? There, 17/8 in the day. 16/7 in the day. What the hell are they doing in the day? First of all. And here's 17/8, March 14, lying by the deck, enjoying the sun. Lacquer parties. Alien motherfuckers. Vampiri motherfuckers. We all have a choice in time. So look here, 15/6 enters the portal. Jesus. What is going on here? I wonder, I'm asking Spirit now, should I go deeper with the vampiri alien lizard thing? Because I think maybe we need to go deeper on Saturday with it. Because that's more the ancient portals, but we've got something here. Let's look at the geography of the moon. All right. Now, this is going to be interesting because I don't want to pick up other information. So, yeah, okay. It is what it is. All right. I'm just zeroing everything quickly. So we're doing this new fresh. Doing the prep work, I did find numbers pertaining to weather. which can be alarming, to be honest. In fact, I made a note in the chat while watching Val Evans' show, a very good show this past week, doing weather. So in reality, March 12, we still have an issue. 3 plus 12, 3. That's a community issue, huh? So there could be communities in distress, and the Milton. I'm just tagging quickly. Sorry, video tag. My beg your pardon. So this 3 verse 12:3 is still an issue. Communities in distress, because in the +9, that March 12, in the +9 shows distress. There's distress coming or in the wake. We will try and pinpoint. So we've got communities. Now, the communities in North Carolina, South Carolina, in that region that was affected, I'm sure there are other areas that felt it as well. The devastation is still there, and people are struggling. Now, from a weather point of view, which we saw in those hurricanes, Milton and Helena, 16.7 is the wind. So we do have high wind numbers here, and the reason why it's high wind, because in the day we have a double 16.7, and this is the thing about nines. In the main, well, prepare yourselves if you want puffy jackets and some protection gear. This year is going to be like double impact year, right? So if you didn't hear previously, if it's good, if generally if things are good, then it's going to be really good. If things are shitty, things are going to be really shitty. Okay. So March 13, we got 16.7s here around, big wind. March 14, I took away the eclipse vibes. Beg your pardon. Let's just see here. So 13, 14. Okay, so we'll just do a big blue block here. Beg your pardon. Just so we get context. Am I rambling on? All right, so March 13, 14 is the moon situation. If need be, we'll deal with those other creatures later in another, what's it, Turtle Pizzagate series. You know, Leonardo and all those in the sewers of Rome, eating Pizzagates. Children, by the way. All under the skeletons are all under the Vatican Church, Vatican City, scattered like crumbs for pigeons to snack on. March 13, 14, when we get round to March 14, we have a 14.5 here, ladies and gentlemen. That's not a good thing in a weather situation, which now confirms the double 16.7. So 14.5, this is now midnight, March 14, midnight to sunrise, 6 a.m., give or take. The issue why it confirms the wind, 14.5 brings around difficulties. The reason why it confirms the 16.7s, the double impact 16.7s, 14.5s are humans in trouble, humans in difficulties, and of course, being in nighttime, because that's when it's dark, it will bring around more challenges. The 17.8s, 26.8s, 17.8s, that's also strong weather systems. 17.8, double 17.8. Okay, so we got a double, of course, we have got a double 17.8 impact. But now the problem is, this 26.8 here brings around severe damage. Already, if we, beg your pardon, if we look March 13, when the winds start picking up, right? I'm not saying nothing's going to happen the day before. I'm looking specifically in these 4 days. The wind has also caused difficulties on that day itself. Now, when there's difficulties and we have sevens, transportation, please be careful. If you and I know Australia's getting a hiding at the moment, so peace and light, please be safe. But 7 speaks about transportation, vehicles on the road, trucks and lorries. Please be careful. If you will know in the morning when you get up March 13 whether there's weather around. Let me check the day before. Ooh. So let's just see. March 12, in some aspects, you could say, wow, what a lovely day, what a surprise. Come March 13, this 13 4 years like a switch. All of a sudden, the wind picks up. And then it's going to get more and more and can cause issues on roads. So please be careful. Electrics, very much so, unfortunately. 7 power lines. I just had a look now, +3 on the 13th. The +3 for March the 13th, unfortunately, has a 1910-1 in the middle of the day and the outcome end of the day. There may be outages. If your local weather station is saying there's going to be weather around, believe me, there's going to be weather around. Lots of wind, and I'm getting swirling tornado type winds as well. Tornado. If your area is prone to tornadoes, be careful. Because March 14, there's problems, there's difficulties. And unfortunately, those difficulties are going to be mainly endured as well by first responders. They're going to have to working in the dark. People are going to be in the dark. Unfortunately, it increases with a double 17, 826 at bringing destruction. Well, I would say a significant destruction. Oof. That would be 35. Yeah, there's potential for big destruction, unfortunately. By the end of March 14, we will know if your area was affected. There's going to be mighty destruction. By all indications, not as harsh as Helena or Milton, what I'm seeing. I'm not seeing, for example, the number 44.8. 44.8 on a scene can mean one of two things. 44 with an outcome 8. 4, outcome 8. Like superstorms, like triple headers. If you want to go the conspiracy route, Vladimir Satan in the east, Putin, switches on his machine and we get this foul weather, right? Or let's say weather created by machines. By all accounts here, that's one of the first things I looked for. I would say, beg your pardon, if the weather persists in your region for at least 9 days, then it's going to be bad. And if it persists for more than 9 days after the 15th, or even the 14th, 9 days, so that would be March 23, if it's still bad or if it's still pounding, that's when we've got a 44.8. So as a summary for the geology and potential weather storms, yes, there is. And a lot of rain, a lot of water in the +3. March 14 in the +3, we have 20 outcome 2. So we will have, in March 14, we'll have a double 20 outcome 2, big. So 20 outcome 2 is large volume of water, like a dam full of water, like a large dam full of water. And then you got a double. So the rainfall can fill up dams, if you know what I mean. So please be careful. I'm seeing a lot of difficulties. March 14 in the +6, a lot of 14.5s. In the +6 on March 14, starts with a 17.8. Bigger part in the 6. It starts with a 20 outcome 2, big water. We get a 14.5 in the middle of the day with a 6 and the 8. Gives a 14.5. With the 6 and the 17 gives us a 23.5. So not only now, by March 14, oh dear. Have a look here. March 12, remember there's communities in trouble, distress here. So there's feeling that there's even storms before this, right? But when we get down here, it now becomes a 23.5 issue. So let's say the impact is on a 23.5, which means now a larger, wider grouping. So let's say if it was just a coastal town that's initially got wiped out, the radius of destruction will like triple fold. Do you know what I mean? So please be careful. If your local expert weather guys are telling you in 3 days there's going to be a mighty motherfucker, believe it. The potential is in the air, unfortunately, around these days. There's so much destruction, man. So March 15, when people that are affected and communities that are affected by storms, the day starts with the 15.6. So you won't be able to turn on your lights. You won't be able to turn on your kettle. You'll have to switch on your torch, get the gas cooker out, make your hot water, make some coffee, that kind of vibe. 89, like systems and shit could be shut down quite like for a day. Eh? And we've got a 9+9 conflict. So you're talking like internet, anything. I mean, that's like powered down. 27.9 in the context of a blackout affected by geological environment. Oh, double storm. There may be a double storm coming. So 2.7, if we take it literally, 7 is like, I mean, 8 is weather per se, but 7, let me just get this correct here. 7 is the winds. There's going to be like I mean, as one example, I mean, I'm not an expert on hurricanes and tornadoes, right? This is like two weather patterns colliding. It's not necessarily, see, it's not the perfect storm. Perfect storm is 3, right? So here we got 2. But two's going to be 2, right? Instead of 3 atom bombs, it's going to be 2, right? Is there much difference? Ultimately. Because whatever community is at the eye of whatever, the storm, will be in for a hiding, let's say. That's worst case scenario. But just be wary, March 12th. Should we go back to the Elon Musk story? Because this March 12th is so that's generally the way of the situation. I mean, it's definitely not a 44.8, and it's definitely not a, I mean, it's going to be significant for sure. So Elon Musk, why am I picking up on him? So he has an issue here. The 21.3. You see, so let me go back to this 21.3. Yeah, I'm seeing that person again. Oh God. Let's ask this question to validate whether this is true or not. 21.3 is like an abduction number. It's taken against your will. But let's say from an engineering point of view, from a very basic language, I'm not an engineer at all by any means. Are you telling me, because there's a 21.3, if we look at it, try and look at it as positive as possible, are you telling me they're going to use sticky tape or some heavy duty tape to tape 2 panels together to make the thing fit? Do you know what I mean? Because that would affect the integrity of the vessel, right? Well, maybe that's what they did in this case. Well, we know when it gets to certain 100,000 meters, feet, wherever it goes, we know for sure that tape we bought at the local Johnny's Hardware is not going to hold for much longer, but that's fine. We didn't expect the vehicle to come back anyway because we were forcing something. Why were you forcing something? So, in my humble opinion, I don't believe, as the narrative would go and as the billboard and the shop window for SpaceX says, we have engineers of the best kind pioneering space exploration at the moment, right? Are you telling me they're going to allow, oh no, we'll just jimmy the door, just kick it there quickly, kick it one more time. Okay, awesome. Hey, ignite engines, fuck off. Come on. So, in other words, this 21.3 is out of place and can indicate what has caused the 999 chaos sequence. So what is being hidden in that vessel? Okay, let's go deeper. I'm going to say something. Oh, yes, March 7 and 8, 9 is a problem for me. I'm a little bit worried about March 8. Now, I'm just getting a sense of numbers and feel, of course, from an American perspective, this March 8, I'm not liking. There's this 20 outcome 2 year, which for me is slightly problematic We also have these double 11 twos. Things can be wobbly, out of balance. I want to just see something here. So I'm seeing in the +3 of that day, there's a start of 11-2. So something's illegal or unlawful, or something is very wrong on March 8 underground somewhere. It brings around difficulties in the day. 11-14-5. Oh my God. March 11, 11-2. That's what it could be. There's an earthquake warning, March 8. Earthquake warning. That did pop up through. I got a sense of it when I started working on the blocks here, on the dates, in the very early stages. I've just been reminded actually by that. This could be an earthquake situation. Yeah, hey, we must be careful. Yeah. So if your area is prone to earthquakes, please. I did pick this up in the initial reading as well, or not reading, but when I was typing out the numbers. So I'm going to put your earthquake warning. Now let's just see if it's really bad, or what, is it an earthquake? So the thing with earthquakes numbers, when you got these 11-2s around, if you actually go onto my website, not to chase you there, I'm just saying there are old charts that I did if you want to cross-reference. That's what I'm going to say on my website via the About section. Look on the diary section, I believe. There's charts of previous historical earthquakes that we can compare numbers. So what we have in here, 11-2, shifting of plates, if you will. Shifting of plates. You got 1 and 1 shifting of plates. It is close to water, or involves water. So now we're going to bring out tsunami warnings. There's water around. Now, recently, and I don't follow all of them because there's been quite a few in California, West Coast. There was also a tsunami warning recently there. Now, recently could be 3 or 4 months, give or take, more or less. But there was a significant one, right? It wasn't exactly on land. It was in the water more. So just be wary on March 8, please. I know there's quite a few Californians watching. Gratitude and blessings to you. May your hearts be filled, and may all our hearts be filled with light. If you're from the dark peeking in here, welcome. Let's reform you. Let's bring you back to the light. Blessings. Come in. March 9. Okay, so let's see. In the +3. So you see there, 11-2 shifting of plates. Brings around difficulties, 14-5. Now the 14-5, if we look at it from a geological issue, 4 is the Earth. So this is like okay, well, it goes up to like a 23-5. Now I've never tried to figure out, well, if it's this number, it's this, what's the term for it now? Like a 7.2. I'm not saying it's a 7.2 magnitude reference. So what I can say, there's definitely shifting of plates confirmed by all the 4s are Earth numbers, Earth, but the 5 is also, one could say people with a lot of 5s love agriculture as well, represents agriculture. So the Earth is being moved here, like the Earth. So this can even impact, let's say, mainland. Even though it may originate from water, it will still impact inland. And it will be felt widely, unfortunately, with the 23-5. In the +6, which is March 14, so there's the Earth moving, 14-5, 17-8. See, there's another out of place number. So let me put you in context. That's also another out of place number. 17.8, it's like saying, oh shit, we're having an earthquake, and then it starts raining. So, like, yes, unfortunately, if people are trapped, rain can be a problem. But I'm saying, what is worse, the earthquake or a rain, or like a rainstorm? You know, it's not making sense. So, what machine has been used here somewhere? Something that the 13.4. You see, this March 13, this 13.4 is wrong as well. And it's in line with these motherfuckers here, the community numbers, beg your pardon, look here. So if we stay on that line, these numbers aren't making sense here. So there's something being forced, something, you see, there's 21.3 elements, something's being forced upon people here. We got portal sequences here. We got 17.8 here. Don't forget when we did the Helena and Milton show, we have a physical outline of a physical portal sequence and a spiritual portal sequence in the numbers marked in the Gulf of, or let's say in the disputed Gulf of Mexico. Does he want to take on Panama now as well? He's just going to buy Greenland. Real estate mogul, and when he purchases all of that land or whatever, however much they're gonna pillage at the end of the day, I'm sure there's guarantees of a few casinos to pop up around. No taxes, no levies. In fact, we'll pay you to. In fact, we'll build your casinos for you, please, Mr. Trump. Please, we'll build them for you. Just don't bring Elon Musk with, please. All right, earthquake warning. By the way, I've been reminded about Elon Musk. So we got an earthquake warning, unfortunately, ladies and gentlemen. March 8 could be the source. Let me just say the numbers, there's a lot of earthquake numbers around, unfortunately. If your area is prone to earthquakes, particularly if you're around water. Elon Musk. So while I was, this is what I stumbled upon that I didn't expect to stumble upon looking at a geology weather show forecasting hurricanes and earthquakes. Never thought about it ever in my life. Let's pray that if there are heavy storms and dramatic storms, that please let's just be sensible. If it looks treacherous outside, and if your local guy is saying there's going to be a weather, just know there's going to be weather. And please be prepared if need be anyway. Outages 9, so we're looking 19, 20. Sure. Difficult to say. I'm going to say between 36 hours to 48, somewhere around about there, outage, 36 hours. 36 hours is in the middle, give or take, right? So when shit goes down, unfortunately, particularly on March 15, I would say, if it's out already by March 15, from there, it's about 36 hours. Elon Musk, so when I was looking at his display of rotten corpses, let me just see. The rotten corpses fireworks display over the Gulf of California. Yippee-ki-yay, 16-7, motherfuckers. Now, I don't want to be a drama queen. When we now we're going to switch to a bit of US politics here. Let me ident. We're going to switch to a little bit of politics. Sorry for those if you're not interested in politics. There seems to be now. Look, the other day I had a bit of a rationale moment. In terms of Trump, in that he's in his rhythm now doing what he does, right? It's not like day 4 or day whatever. Of course, I am going to speak about the Zelensky. I wanted to speak about the Zelensky thing, and how's this actually? If you watch in real time, you know I didn't get to do the Zelensky part, and something happened this week, which I think is very adds value to the content anyway. In that Zelensky, by I need to do maybe more research, but by all accounts, is doing a deal with Cyril Ramaphosa, the South African president. And Cyril, the picture that I've got, I'll show it in the podcast. Big smile on his face. Keeping in mind he is a big minerals expert. He knows how to dig underground and get earth and metals and valuable resources at the cost of maybe lives. So we'll see how that deal pans out or what happens there. By the way, Elon Musk can't commercialize his Starlink in South Africa, apparently. He didn't want to pay the 30% Ubuntu. All right, so here we go. March 13, March 14. All right, so Trump, beg your pardon, the Trump. So look at March 10. This is what's concerning me. Well, concern may be a big word in the context of what kind of world we're living in, but let's just say this day, March 10, is a Donald Trump impact day. Ooh, shit. I came to an outcome, of course. That was on the first pass. I didn't see this before. You remember when we looked at Trump in the court case that he was doing? This is similar numbers that we saw in the court case. It's the whoever is running the US. Yes, Trump is the president, but whoever is running the US, yeah, they are here. At the start of the day, and who's it impacting? It's impacting Donald Trump. Big time. Okay, so let's see what this is about. So March 10, there's a day here, because Donald Trump is, if you don't know, he has a life path, 13, 4, 22, 4, 4s. He's all 4s outcome. Now he's got an 11, 2 in the middle of the day. But 13, 4, oof. So 13, 4 is what's been decided almost, yeah, and that is, are they cutting ties with Trump here? This is the other thing that was bothering me. And then, because in that sequence, now have a look at March 13, and I'm going to say it, because also if we speak into it, perhaps things can change. March 13, what we have here. So March 10 is all Donald Trump is feeling the heat, right? We'll determine whether it's good heat or not, right? March 13, now who's getting the heat? Elon Musk. Elon Musk is the 25/7/16/77. So Big Daddy is focused on March 10, Big Daddy. Then the mascot, March 13, there's impact on him as well. And within that sequence, unfortunately, we have a 29/11 too. And if you've been on the channel for a while, 29/11 too, it's hidden. I don't want to sound the alarm. So let's just see. I'm just back. So this March 15, right? March 15, where we have this portal sequence. Let me just see here. See that March 11 starts with an 11/2. So something is unlawful, and it's related to March 8, which is Saturday. 14/5. So can they bring? No, they can't, man. No, it can't be. No. I'm not even going to say it, because what I was about to say was actually mentioned. Remember when he went to court for the hush money, right? It was said in the findings at the end that because he's the president, he can't be convicted of those charges. Even though he's guilty, he can't be convicted. So the outcome again, so these numbers are identical. It's shown that the law has been broken, fraud, because of fraud. And also the problem with the fraud is it's not only Trump. The 23/5, there's a larger group or a small buddy club that are all enjoying their extra millies, let's say. The problem here with March 13, and I haven't typed it up, but March 16, the reason why March 16 is important, because it serves in the sequence of March 13, which is Elon Musk. Let's lose the vampiri language here. Now, March 15, we can actually leave it there because the 17/8s are in power and the 16/7s. It's interesting that the 16/7s would work close next to a 17/8. That's interesting. I've never. Okay, well, maybe we'll see more of that in history. But in history, they show that they actually always clash. So in this way, we've got a 16/7 helping a 17/8. That's interesting. The March 16 falls in the sequence of the Elon Musk numbers, right? So the day starts with a 16/7. So it's about Elon Musk. Then it has a 19/10/1. So if there's something going down around this, there's an operation in play, 19/10/1. Now, the next number concerns me because with the 19/10/1 plus 9, we get a high-level communication line, 28/10/1. 28/10/1 is not your neighbor phoning the across the road neighbor and saying, you know, Johnny next door, he's feeding the dogs bloody mincemeat. This is like president number one, or let's even go congressman this and that, and or CIA this. You know, it's high level. It's kind of like pay grade level um, communication line. So why would that be around him? Yes, he's in government. He's technically the corruption policeman. But why is there a potential threat around him that actually has been okayed by other people in like positions? So 16.7 also brings around the element of assassination. This came up for him before. It's coming round again. If March 13, so is March 13 the 6th? So March 10, you see, March 10. So it's going to be related. This I've seen the sequence before. I'm sure this is like a loopity loop, or it's if let me just say this in fairness to all. God help me. If the previous time when I mentioned there was a threat, if anything, the threat is present again. And the impact is on both of them, Trump and Musk. Something's going down here which involves the, for a lack of a better word, cabal, the Pizzagate factory, or those short men with all the big dollar bills and fat cigars, men's clubs. Oh, the type that only have one sex is male. Oh, God, we still live in caves dressed like posh libraries and restaurants and decor that you actually want to puke on. But hey, we'll go there because it looks nice. Take a fucking photo for Instagram. Meanwhile, it's so like over the top. But anyway, they exist. They still call them man caves, but they call them clubs these days. All the 40 outcome fours hang out there, having their very expensive whatever they have. What's that Trump say? Trump says he loves those kind of clubs. Yeah, he's a 40 outcome for that guy. They've got something on him here. Am I picking up on the Jeffrey Epstein files here? Because isn't there a photograph of Donald Trump and Epstein? Now, it's not to say, let's not sprinkle that popcorn quickly. Let's take a moment. It doesn't mean because Saint Andrew was next to that 16-year-old girl that he was there. What documentation? Because when we talk about destruction, this can well be, there's paperwork after paperwork after paperwork after paperwork being destroyed. Why is all that paperwork being destroyed? When, as far as I understand it, I haven't done a deep dive. This is all happening under the moon. What documentation was destroyed? Was it destroyed in the Starship 8 flight? Oh dear, it popped again. Don't worry. Next time we'll put 2 layers of tape on the vessel. So there's paper, 22.4 high volumes of paperwork. Followed by, these are the numbers you don't want to see in a courtroom. 14.5, 23.5, 45. Let's just say if you're a criminal and this was your court day, March 11, you are so fucked. Because the 5s is all about disclosure. So we've seen lots of pictures with Trump, with lots of celebrities all over the place. The following information was redacted during the destruction of all the paperwork. But it would go something to the effect of, fuck, 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 destroy all the flight logs. Destroy, I'll buy all those airplanes so no one can ever look at those airplanes. Has someone got footage? Did he go to one of those white parties as well, doing a bit of Diddy there? Because you remember, it always pinged on me the one day. And now it all makes sense, actually. For whatever reason, I can't remember exactly when. I'm guesstimating, please don't quote me on the exact. Let's just say between 4 and 7 years ago, more or less, give or take a day. Didn't Diddy burst out of Trump Towers? He had a big confrontation with Trump. Do you remember that? So Trump is developing real estate all around town. Maybe he just wanted to check out the island just from a real estate point of view. It was a business trip. And then please edit out all those giggling girls in the background. Fucking motherfuckers. Wasn't there a photograph with him and Epstein? I mean, they weren't exactly hugging, but they had big grins on their face. Big fucking grins on their face. Destroy all the documentation. Elon. I've got a disposable can. We are watching what's that? I respect puppeteers, I respect puppet makers, beautiful artists in the industry. A rare breed these days, unfortunately. The company I used to worked at, one can argue puppets was their founding little show in a way. Apart from the others, I'm just saying. But isn't the art of puppetry a beautiful thing? As kids growing up, puppet shows, I mean, medieval days, all in the past, puppets, beautiful shows, right? We are living in interesting times, so much so while the policemen are raiding the corrupt politicians, the incumbent politicians are destroying evidence that will not bring around words like impeachment and imprisonment because of their hot dogs and Pizzagate stories. Wasn't the FBI releasing, phase 1? Let them deal with this. It must be tragic. Didn't we see Trump standing next to Epstein? I mean, Andrew technically wasn't standing next to that woman. It was photoshopped, according to him. Now there's trouble in China for Saint Andrew. All right, ladies and gentlemen, just try to get just a flow read and see what we get. I hope there's some sense there somewhere. And blessings if you're still listening, beautiful blessings. May we live in peace and light. May we be protected in peace and light. May the joy we find in our hearts resonate through eternity. Bye for now.